Hello, my sewing friends. It's Debbie from InDe'B Quilt Shop, and I am so excited because I have been working on Popsicle Parade. Look how stinking cute they are turning out. They're so cute. This material is so cute. So in the first video, we ran over cutting instructions, and I'm sure none of you have started cutting yet. It's a little bit difficult, but you're going to get in your pattern, you're going to get two, and you're going to say, what the heck? Follow this one. This follows your material by Rainbowfruit, and it is exactly the same material. She's got your prints on the back and all your instructions and your name of prints. So, and this is a different pattern, it's cute, but I don't know what material that is. But anyway, okay. So we've got everything cut out. One thing I did, which I always do, is I go and I make one completed piece. Like, picked one of the easier ones, and I went and made one. So I could see what everything was and where it went. Okay, but you're gonna notice they're all different. There's three different popsicles. You have one horizontal, one vertical, and one almost whole piece with a bite taken out. That's the only difference. They're all constructed the same. They all have your drunkard's path, half circles on the top, except look at this one, has a bite out of one of your top pieces of your popsicle. And I'll show you about that. And you use a smaller template for that one. You have your A and B templates. Remember, we made these out of the template plastic. And then you have your C and your D, but they are littler than your A and your B. Okay, that's for your bite, so don't get confused. Another thing, when you're doing your bite out, you're going to cut a little bit different pieces, because on your normal pieces you have a background piece and a bite circle piece. Okay, this is called a bite and this is called your belly button. This does not look like a belly button, and this looks like a bite. Okay, when you do the bite out of the top of the popsicle, you're going to cut the bite out of a piece of your popsicle material and a belly button out of your background material. And you do that so you can have the bite out. When you get putting it together, it'll make more sense. So don't be confused on that. But what I did after I made one, I didn't start with that one, I just started with the plain one. Then I was able to understand more what the block was, this piece here. So then I went and I took all my fabrics and I kind of looked at my diagram and I lined them all up together. So you're going to take two of the same and one of different, and then it will match your top of your popsicle. Okay, and then I just stacked those all together. Okay, then what I did was, the bite out piece wasn't very fun to do with circles. I'm not a fan of circles. So I went and I did like 10 circles at a time. So I took my circles and sewed all them up. Then I chain pieced my bottoms, which is this with your stick. And then the hard part's done. Then all you have to do is go through and do your middles. Then you can put them all together and you're done. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to do these bites, okay? So you have your background piece, and this is your bite. And you will fold it in half. So I need the camera down. I don't know where it is. Okay, can you see that? I think you can. Okay, so I fold it right here. And then I take my belly button and I fold it too. And just press it right there. Press it right there. Okay, then you're gonna line these up right at that press. And I'm going to stick a pin right there. Okay? Now, when you sew these, you have a belly button and a bite. Your belly button will always go against your feed dogs. That is because your belly button is under your clothes. So our belly button fabric piece is under our bite. That's how I remembered that. It works out a lot better. Okay, now your edge. You're probably going, why is she talking about belly buttons? Okay, so your edges, you line up right there, right together. And then you're gonna stick a pin in that. You're gonna anchor it. So go in and out, in and out. And that will make it so that edge does not move. I hope they can see it. Then you're gonna flip it this way and do the same. And I pin this way so that as I'm sewing along on my 1/4 of an inch right here, my pin's not hitting my 1/4 of an inch mark. Okay. All right. And I weave this in, and it makes so much difference to have that anchored really good there, because then it doesn't move on you. Then you just pull this out, match it up, and pin it. I like to pin my circles this way because as I'm sewing, they're holding that in place, kind of like a stiletto. And I would sew, and when I hit this pin, I just back it up and start taking it out. Works really neat. And then you pin them all like this. Okay? I think it's in there. And then sew them. Okay? Now you can put back up. And then you get a little bit more right there. Then you'll get your top. You match you. So you have your two. Match your seams, press them open. Okay. Then you have your middle piece. This middle piece has smaller pieces and it has some yellow in the middle. There's probably about 9 of them that you cut these yellows for. And I think they're supposed to look like the indent of the sucker popsicle. Anyway, so you got this, but you're like, wait, that don't match, because you have to put these on your sides. Okay, you have like 4 or 5 different long strips, so you might want to label them, because you have ones for your sides right here. You have a long one for the bottom, but on your bite piece, you'll have 2 more little teeny sides. The bite is just the same as putting together your other one, other than it's smaller. And luckily you only have like maybe 9 of those to do. So, and the one, and you can do them this way or not, you don't have to. The ones with the bites all have just a solid piece for their belly, popsicle belly. Okay, one thing I tried to do is I saved like my big prints and tried to match them up for my bite. If that's something you want to do, you need a fussy cut. See, this one's really fun. but I mean, that might bother some people, but when it's on the quilt and you're snuggling in it, you won't even care. Okay, then you have your bottom. You have your stick, your two sides, and another long piece. And that goes on the bottom. See? Cute, huh? So, where'd it go? I lost my middle. I lost my middle. Oh, here it is hiding. Okay, so you've got your bottom, wrong middle. Okay, you got your bottom, you got your middle, and your top, and of course they're gonna match. You match your top popsicle with your piece in your body of your popsicle. See how they match? Okay, then you have this fun border in the middle. Okay, that is done with your triangles. Okay, your triangle has a notch on one end. Okay, and what you do is you line it up. Your notch on top, on the bottom, notch on the top. Put them together, sew them 1/4 of an inch, and one side you'll have a sticking up, the other side it'll stick up. So when you go to put them together with each other, somehow, this way. That notch helps you so you don't cut your tips off of your triangles. So one thing I did, a tip I learned on this, don't iron these until you're done with your strip. Because I found it was easier when I'm sewing them together to open this seam here. Now if I'd pressed it over, that it would have been okay, but if I pressed it to the dark, then I have a little like that. I wanted them to match. Once I matched them and sewed my 1/4 of an inch seam, I didn't cut off my tips. So that's what I did on this. Then after I got this far, I pressed them. And I didn't care which way they went. I just pressed them anyway that they would lay down. So if you want, you can press the seams open, which is probably a better idea to do. But I haven't done that yet. I just kind of smushed them a little bit. And that goes in between all of them. Make sure you start and end your banner with a background. Once you get your rolls completed and you sew that on, you're just going to cut that off. But you won't worry about that till you're at that point. Okay, I think that was it. So, like, subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe to our channel, our, what's it called? Email. Subscribe to our email list because we are going to send them out once a month or once a week, and there's always goodies on that. You'll want to read our weekly emails to learn them, and just have fun with us. Okay, thanks, bye.